So you might be wondering why I showed you the poster for the concert that I went to tonight. Well, trust me, it plays a part. It does play a part. But yeah, Cover Killer back here with you once again. Another concert review. As you can see from the ticket, I went to see Nevermore tonight with a couple of other bands, including Warbringer and Hatesphere. There was a fourth band on the bill, and it was Mutiny Within. So let's actually get right into it. Let's talk about this show. Of course, this is the third time that I've gotten to see Nevermore, and the first two were kind of a mixed bag. The first time I saw them many, many years ago, along with Warbringer, Hypocrisy, and Children of Bodom, and well, Nevermore was... they were okay, but they weren't exactly impressive. This was a band where it seemed like War was just a little bit too drunk. There was a lot of chaos going on, and it just really wasn't a strong performance by the boys. The second time around was whenever Megadeth fueled the first Gigantour back in 2005. Got to see them alongside Dream Theater, alongside Fear Factory. Symphony X was also on that tour, and of course with Megadeth and Dave Mustaine and the boys. That was a great experience. I was right up front for that, right in front of Jeff Loomis, giving him the horns at each and every single moment that I possibly could. So how did the third moment, how did that actually sort of compare to the first two? Was it going to be a positive experience, or was it going to be a negative experience? Well, let's actually start with what people would call the undercard. Hatesphere was the first band that was up tonight, and they were kind of the crowd warmer upper, the amp job right here. It's a very local show feel to it, because at this point people had not really piled in all that much. There were still a lot of people that had not yet shown up for this particular gig. So Hatesphere was kind of playing to a very small crowd. I'd say maybe about 50, maybe a couple more, maybe a couple less. I don't know. I can't count. Fuck it. Not to mention, there's two levels. This was in a nightclub, so there was two levels, an upstairs and a downstairs, so I really didn't have a good read on how many people were upstairs, so it's very hard to tell. This is a Danish group. They play really kind of not so unique, but just more so straightforward version of the death thrash game. This is something where the Danes are kind of putting their own little take on it, and it comes across in the studio to be kind of, you know, middle of the ground, one of those bands that you're going to find your choice fans that really love this band, really enjoy this band, but the everyman may not exactly find them to be all that great. But I got to tell you, live, their singer is one hell of a funny motherfucker. I like that guy a lot. I got the opportunity to take a picture with him, pictures up on Facebook, and just a really cool guy to be around, really cool guy to talk to. And the band themselves live is very crisp, very tight, definitely warmed up the crowd, amped them up a little bit, and got to give them a lot of props for that. Right up next was supposed to be Mutiny Within, and I got to be honest with you, I'm looking down at my phone for notes, because as I'm listening to this stuff, I'm taking down some notes. And this was a band that I never really cared for much. This was a band that I never listened to, nor did I never got any of their material online, offline, in the store or anything like that. But that's why we have multiple bands at live shows. That way opinions can be changed. Or they could just not be there. Yeah. So they were the band that was on the posters, but just kidding. Yeah, Mutiny Within, not there. See you later, sayonara. Who's going to come in and take that spot? Who's going to do it? Who's going to take the spot? This is a spot that was supposed to be filled. Is it going to be a three-band gig right now? No. Instead, they went out and they got Blackguard. Blackguard. This is a name that was a little unfamiliar to me. Well, they're a Canadian metal band that just came in, and I really didn't know what to expect. I was a little bit kind of going into this with a little bit of a little nervousness, because I wasn't too sure what was going on. You know, typically I do my research before my shows. I really amp up on listening to stuff, and this was a band that just I'd really not heard anything from as far as I remember. I may have an album, I may not. I still have to look that up. But who cares? This is a fucking thrash attack, man. Who cares if you know this band or not? They're fucking fast, they're fucking brutal, they're fucking tight, they're crisp, they're a really good live band, and this is the first time that they were ever in Pittsburgh, and I definitely plead to you guys, if you're out there, if you're listening to this on YouTube, hi, how you doing? Cover Killer Nation, please come back to Pittsburgh. You guys are a great band. Fucking fantastic. And I have to say this. The last song that they played was a song called This Round's on Me, and I really wish this wasn't an all-ages show, because I'd be chugging a beer right now. But it was an all-ages show, so I really didn't want to chug water. That kind of felt a little gay, a little Giovanni Versace, hey, how you doing? So, no, I'm not going to do that. This Round's on Me reminds me of a death thrash overkill who I am going to be seeing here in about a month, so that's definitely all the more props to you. Gotta fucking love it. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. So, as we finally make it to the last two acts, the heavyweights, so to speak. First up is Warbringer. By this point, people are streaming in. People are coming off the streets. People are coming out of the gallows. There's a whole bunch of people that are living underground that are coming to see this band because they know what Warbringer's all about. Fucking fast, brutal, in-your-face, fucking thrash metal from the West Coast. One of my boys out there, someone who's been frequenting my blog TVs as of late, Manini, knows all about these guys. He's one of the guys that initially exposed me to Warbringer, along with a lot of other bands from out there. Definitely got to give him a lot of props, because this was a great show, a great experience. And I'll actually read you my notes for this. That way you kind of get a really good picture of this, so to speak, because I went into detail with this. Keeping the pace fast and fucking brutal, Warbringer dish out a double dose of destruction for both of their studio albums. Fuck me, they play faster than a Speedy Gonzales cartoon. Not exactly nightclub music. I want to see this in a fucking airplane hangar with 20,000 people. The National Guard would have to be called, but it would just be swallowed by the pit that would ensue. On a separate note, I hung out with a singer in the crowd between sets. Really, really awesome guy. Not to mention, during the Nevermore set, I actually got to shake his hand, got some thumbs up with him. He was also the guy that sold me this fucking t-shirt. This guy's doing everything. He's selling t-shirts, he's singing with the band, he's hanging out, he's the fucking everyman of this show. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But then we get to the main event. The main event. In this corner, you have coverkillernation, who's going to go one-on-one in this corner, and Nevermore! And I got knocked on my ass. Yeah, TKO, Nevermore. Fucking fantastic showing. Like these guys in any introduction. So the third time, like I said, I saw these guys. Wait a second, there was a fucking singing contest? There was a singing contest whenever the new album was going to drop? Where the fuck was I? Who's that guy? Damn, he's good. Somebody signed this fucker. I would, but I'm the singer. Me, damn it. Okay, it's mostly because I can't play anything else. This was not actually new album worship, though, you guys. This is something that was pretty fucking cool. You would figure that they would play a lot of stuff from the new record, and they did play a fair amount. They played about 3 or 4 tracks. However, they did dish up This Godless Endeavor off of the previous album of the same title, and that was an amazing experience because this is a song I never thought I'd get to hear live. Really, really cool. Dug out some stuff from Dead Heart in a Dead World, like The River Dragon Has Come, and Narcosynthesis, great stuff. And then, holy fuck heaven, Taste Revenge from Sanctuary, all the way back in the day, from Into the Mirror Black. Wow. I'm surprised I'm not hoarse right now, ladies and gentlemen, because I was singing each and every word of this fucking song. I love this song. Loved Worrell's work in Sanctuary. It was just great stuff. It was a great time, and then he kind of cooled it off a little bit. He had the Heart Collector. The Heart Collector. This song goes out to all the ladies, and let me tell you, there was 2 ladies that were standing right in front of me that went fucking nuts for this song. They went crazy. They went bombastic. I think they came their panties 3 times all throughout the show. One of them was kind of hot. The other one kind of, But either way, man, really, really good stuff. Worrell's interaction with the crowd was fantastic. His interaction with with his band was fucking classic, fucking epic. At one point, right at the end of the show, they were going to play only 1 more song. Then they found out they could play 2 more songs. The one guy had to piss, but they only had 10 minutes. He can't piss. He's up there fucking dancing around like a goddamn puppet on a fucking string. They still play 2 more songs. They get the dude that won the singing contest to help out the last song. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking insane. It's fucking brutal. Probably the best showing out of the 3 times that I saw this band, and that does include the Gigantor showing where I was right in front of Jeff Loomis. Wow. My God. And if you're wondering who Coverkiller was, the Kellogg's Satanic Rice Krispie Treats, the best treat to trick your friends into treating on. Disappointment of the night? Well, guess what? There was none. There was no disappointment of the night. The disappointment of the night was going to be Mutiny Within. That was something that was previously stated, something that I already had dead set in my mind because I knew I wasn't going to be able to fuck about these guys. But you know what? Them not showing up is probably the best thing that ever happened. So instead, I'm going to make a huge shift. Shifting the planes here a little bit. I'm going to make it the Kellogg's Satanic Rice Krispies Treats. Man, God, I'm fucking up my own promo. Fucking success of the night, and that's going to be the whole entire tour. Congratulations, bravo. Warbringer's going in for the 3rd album into the studio. Nevermore's going to be swinging around probably again. We're going to see Blackguard in Pittsburgh hopefully again. Maybe with somebody else. Maybe not. I don't know what's going on. Hatesphere is going to be fucking everywhere. Who the hell's who knows what's going on? I sure don't. I don't know what's going on, but all I know is that this show was fucking fantastic. If you have the opportunity to see this before Warbringer enters the studio, before this tour ends, definitely go. It's worth the money. I paid $20 for tickets. So you're probably probably going to pay either a little bit less, a little bit more, depending on where you're from, but go to the goddamn show. Fantastic work. 2 thumbs up. Guy from Warbringer, you're a fucking badass. Guy from Hatesphere, you're a Danish funny fucker. Royal Dane, you look kind of weird in a cowboy hat, but you were a dork in high school. You're a dork now. I fucking love it. Really, really cool shit. Blackguard, come back to Pittsburgh. Fucking loved your show. Fucking loved your act. Fuck! Oh! We'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen, where Cover Killer Nation will be going back into the darkness. And in that show, I will be covering Black Anvil, Goat Whore, and of course, what's